All right, guys. Obviously, great day for us. You know, we've kind of found ourselves, our identity. You know, a lot of you guys have been covering us, have been asking me all the time, like, what kind of team are you? And you know, I think it takes time to figure that out. And I'm sure I've made a lot of mistakes along the way. But you know, coming back from Iowa City after our third straight, you know, big deficit, big loss, we kind of got together as a group and we said, look, if we're going to make something out of this year, you know, we got to become a blue-collar, hard-nosed, scrappy basketball team that fights on every possession. And to these guys, it's about the guys, man. I told them in the locker room too. I mean, a couple times on the court, you know, even times when we were losing by a couple points, I'm looking out on the floor and I'm just seeing guys in purple jerseys diving, you know, sprinting, cutting guys off, crashing the boards, you know, and it just makes me so proud, you know, that's my team doing that. And you know, Trey Demps was tremendous down the stretch. We stuck with him. He had some open looks early in the game. He didn't knock down, and you know, he carried us down the stretch, and we did a much better job against the pressure, you know, which you guys covered us. We didn't do a good job in the Illinois game. You know, we didn't turn the ball over. We had our poise. We didn't make all our free throws, but we made a good amount, and got the stops we needed to down the stretch to win. So, great win for us. You got to move on. You can't celebrate too much. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Coach Crean. I've known him and his family for a long, long time, and it's an honor for one of my teams to come into Assembly Hall and play a game. As you guys know, I'm a basketball junkie. I love the game. I love the history of the game. So to have a team come in here and play in Assembly Hall, one of the great venues in college basketball, it means a lot to me, and it was an exciting day.
Alex Olov's defense compared to a year ago is obviously much better. Are you surprised how well he played against Noah Vonleh? I mean, like 5 blocks, I guess, he had, and 2 on Vonleh there.
You know, and Alex has done a good job. I think starting with the Illinois game, you know, we've give a lot of credit to Coach James. You know, he works with Alex a lot, and you know, we've tried to put him in position with the coverages where he can just do the things he's capable, where he can be big back there, he can command our defense and try to make it hard for people to score at the basket. And you know, I thought they really tried to go at him the whole game. And Noah Vonleh, he's going to be a lottery pick, if not this year, at some point. And for Alex to hold him to 5 of 15 shooting, it's not easy to do against a kid that talented. And you know, I know Alex would like to have some of those shots around the basket back. And what I like is he's playing really confident. And I've said it about him all year long, and you guys know this that have followed us. Big guys take time. You know, he's just starting his sophomore year. He's a young guy. He got knocked around last year. It's taken some time to get his confidence and kind of figure out how he can be successful with the skill set he has. And I'm really proud of the way he's playing.
How important is it to your offense when you guys can throw the ball into OL like that and have confidence?
Yeah, we have to. You know, and that's something I thought we got away from in the Michigan State game. You know, teams are doing. Look, the coaches and the players in this league are so good that it's hard to score. People scout you. They know everything you're trying to do. They know all your tendencies. And you know, so they're doing a good job with Drew and Drashan, you know, taking them out of their comfort zone. We have got to be able to throw the ball inside, and I thought we did it with Alex. I thought we also got it inside to Drew a little bit, especially to start the second half. You know, he got to see the ball go in a little bit, and it was the best he's played in a couple games. So we offensively, it's a work in progress. You know, I feel like we're doing the right things for the team we have, and I feel like we're getting good shots. And it's just a different thing, you know, we get in the same shots, and when you start making them, your offense looks a lot better. You know, Trey makes his last 5 shots or whatever he does. It's the same play we're running earlier in the game, you just make the shot. So a lot of coaches say it's like a make or miss game, and it is. So, you know, I thought Kale gave us big minutes in the first half. You know, he had 3 big threes. I thought his 3 at the end of the half was big. You know, we had a lead the whole half. They got an offensive rebound on a free throw, 3-point play, tied it at 19. And coming out of a timeout, we ran a play to get Kale a 3, and he buried it. And, you know, got us that 3-point lead going into the half, which I thought was big.
As a player, when you would struggle shooting, how much confidence would it give you when a coach stayed with you like you did with Trey?
Yeah, I mean, it's what I try to do, and I equate it. If you get too many voices in your head about your shot, you got no chance. Because you're going, oh man, my elbow, my leg, you know, I equate it to guys who play golf. You know, if you have a golf swing, if you're thinking about 8 million things during your swing, you have no chance to hit a good shot. You know, a shot has got to be instinctive. You got to trust your shot, trust the work you put in. get good shot preparation, make sure you're on balance. And I thought Trey was getting good shots in the first half. I kept telling him, you're getting great shots, you're getting great shots. And we need Trey to score. We scored 54 points. We've scored 40-something in the last few games. Points are hard to come by for us. So we need Trey to be a double-figure scorer for us.
You helped Indiana 19 points, 19% shooting in the first half. What all contributed to that?
Well, I think we played really hard. There's no question. But they missed some shots they normally hit. It's, Yogi, I'm sure he had some shots that, nights I watch him play against Illinois, he scores 30-something points. And the other night against Wisconsin, he scores, he goes nuts at the end. And they were the same shots. And, some of their other guys as well, whether it be Evan Gordon or Sheehy before he got hurt. I thought we played sound defense. We didn't give them easy baskets. And that's our whole thing. We try to take away layups from a team, whether it be in transition or in the half court. And we try to make them make contested jump shots. And some nights they're going to make them. And if they do, we have to tip our cap. Today we were fortunate, Indiana didn't shoot as well, which helped our cause.
Do you look at defense from the same standpoint as offense in terms of maybe defensive runs, how many stops you can string together? How do you equate success outside of the numbers?
Yeah, for me, a lot of it, Seth, is just, are we doing kind of what we're trying to do with our game plan? Are we making them, are we putting them in the the positions we want them? And some of the defense we're setting up, you have to give up something, especially when you play good teams. Like, you might have to give up Vonleh shooting an open three because you have to protect your paint, and if he makes them, he makes them, or you have to give up, something else. And, so for us, we try to put a game plan together and make it difficult for a team to do what they do best and take away their transition. I think that's been a big key for us. But in terms of me, I don't think I'm smart enough to be analytical. So to be able to do all that efficiency stuff and stats, and that's not me. I'm an instinctive guy, I'm a gut feel guy, and all I know is my guys were fighting for 40 minutes, and that's what made me proud.
Chris, how much do you think Illinois played into this? The fact that you got your first win as a coach and your team got your first Big Ten win, you came in here with some spunk, it looked like today.
Yeah, it helped us a lot, and I've been saying, we're in year one, we're trying to build a program. You look at what Indiana has, what Michigan State, Illinois, we're trying to build a program, and we're in the early stages of that. And I felt, even though that we've lost some games, I felt like we were making progress. But at the end of the day, it's a bottom line that you win or you lose. And if these guys don't see some of the fruits of their labor paying off, sometimes you can get discouraged. And so for us to play against Illinois the way we did and be rewarded and win, I think the guys kind of liked the formula, and they kind of liked being this spunky team, this scrappy team. And it's becoming our identity. That's kind of who we are. And it's fun to battle with these guys. As a coach, you feel great when you go through a game and if all you have to do is coach strategy. You don't have to coach attitude, you don't have to coach effort, you don't have to coach enthusiasm. In these last 3 games, I haven't had to coach any of that stuff. I've strictly had to coach strategy. What are we going to run? How are we subbing? Things like that. And if you're doing that, you usually got a good group of guys. And I credit our leadership. Drew Crawford has been an outstanding leader. And look, after those first 3 games, a lot of people could have gone south real quick. We get hammered by Wisconsin at home. We get hammered at Michigan. We get hammered at Iowa. And, a lot of guys are sitting, man, we got 15 more of these games. And our guys dug down. And we had a good win against Illinois, and I think it really helped our confidence.
Obviously, Trey has been coming around over this past week or so, but what was it about tonight? What has he been doing lately that would allow him to have a night like tonight?
Well, the thing about Trey that I've been really proud of is, Trey, he's as big a gym rat as we have on our team. He's at the gym late at night, he comes early. There's no one on our team who wants to be a good player more than Trey. And, sometimes he wants to do it in a scoring fashion. And I'm okay with that. I like that attitude. What we've tried to talk about with Trey is really focus in on doing other things too. And, like tonight, he got 4 rebounds, he had 2 assists, he made, and then my feeling is if you take your mind off your shot, it's funny how it works out. So the shots start going in. And, I think he's really focused on his defense, his rebounding, finding other guys. And, he got off to a tough start. I don't know what it was, but he was probably, 1 of 8 or 1 of 7. You guys have to check. For him to then make his last 6 shots or make his last 5 or whatever it was, it shows about his confidence level. And he knows I believe in him fully, and I like his mentality. You know, that's the kind of mentality I want him to have.
What does it say about your team that you're playing such good basketball during a stretch with 3 games in 6 days? I mean, that's not a ton of practice time.
Yeah, and it's been tough. You know, we lose Dave, you know, who's been our point guard for almost 2.5 years, and we had to kind of reinvent ourselves. You know, we put Rashawn at the point. We went with a bigger lineup. You know, you have to do this all in the span of 2 games while also playing Illinois, Michigan State, and Indiana. So it's not easy. This league is brutal, but that's what makes it fun. And you know, I just think our guys, we're creating an identity for ourselves, and you know, they're really liking who we're becoming. And it doesn't mean we're going to play great every game, but I like our mentality, and I like where we're at right now. Now it's my challenge to keep us fresh. You know, when you play that hard, I mean, we got a game again Tuesday. You know, we got to travel back. We got to get ready. We got a hard-nosed Purdue team coming in, and you know, you got to be at your best physically and mentally in this league if you want to be successful.
On the road, Chris, do you have to play a possession type game like you played today?
I do. You know, we do. Not I do. We do. You know, you look at their team, you look at our team. If we try to go up and down, it's not going to be a good formula for us. And we only have 8 scholarship guys playing. So I mean, I got guys playing, you know, 39, 38, 37 minutes. I mean, you have to get a little rest sometimes on offense. You know, what I tell my guys is we can't rest on defense. If you get a little winded, take some time on offense. You know, take the first 10 seconds of the clock to catch your breath. Let's run a set. Let's try to get a good shot, and let's gear ourselves up for playing as hard as we possibly can on defense. We got to continue to manage our timeouts well, you know, our substitutions well. You know, I thought guys stayed pretty fresh today. You know, we wore out against Michigan State, but I thought we kept our legs pretty good in this game down the stretch. Time for one more?
You guys, this new lineup you've been playing in the last few games with Cal starting, you had a lot